I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret. I never went to college. I mean, I've always wanted to, it just never panned out for me. It is interesting how that one thing has had such a profound impact on almost everything else in my life to this point. For a while, I saw it as such a limiter. I've got this whole episode queued up about how I got back into IT, so I don't want to spoil anything there. It's a good story, at least it is to me. And yes, they are being worked on, I promise. Over time, though, I began to wonder if being college educated held a true advantage in my chosen field. First and foremost, anything I learn will be historical by its very definition. Technology is a rapidly evolving ecosystem. I mean, think about it. A degree in French will have great relevance because France is still a thing, but a degree in technology is outdated before you ever hit the stage, even more so today than when I was have been in school. Second, half of the learning experience, as it was explained to me, was about collaborating with others. Beyond the actual knowledge itself, how I used that information in my actions with my classmates and peers was deemed key to my academic success. I realized full well that I got where I am because of a lot of privilege. I had societal advantages and a shitload of luck. I was never a remarkable student by any stretch. In fact, I cut my high school graduation so close that as I was standing in line to graduate, my English teacher, whose exam I had to retake that very morning, asked me why I was lined up to graduate. Seriously? Yes, seriously. You can ask my mom. Turns out my teacher was just fucking with me. Between high school and sometime in 2004, I took a few different shots at college. I looked at technical trade schools and I tried the community college route for a while. I'll just say trying to attend school while working any full time job is tough. Working a job in retail with holiday schedules and things like that makes it nearly impossible. Look, there are so many stories for another time from my experience working retail and so many wonderful people to introduce you all to. I didn't have the time today. Look, I'm here now, so it all worked out. I turned that opportunity into a career I'm proud of. There have been periods of stagnation where I could never really find the validation I was looking for, and periods of pure jubilation where I accomplished beyond all expectations. And all of that without a degree. I've had it explained to me many ways over the years that a degree shows a level of commitment to something. Okay, I'll buy that, but isn't demonstrating time and again you deliver despite not having the opportunity to commit the time and money it takes to go to college demonstrating that same level of commitment? Look, again, I was really fortunate. I can't think of a person I know who had it as lucky as I did. I'm doing what I love now. Now, I'm not writing code on a daily basis, but I know the space and I know I am relevant. I see problems in the big picture. While all of my contemporaries were learning solid theory and principles in a classroom setting, I was learning those same theories and principles in real time, collaborating with others in a professional setting. So, what's the difference? In 2004, I made my most sincere effort at fixing all this, all while holding down and excelling at a job in corporate America. I won't get into specifics, but the culmination of this story is when I reached out to a professor about testing out of his computer science class. I'd looked over the syllabus and determined I could complete all the projects and quizzes, including the final, within a few weeks. Given this prodigious performance, surely he'd let me test out. I wish I still had the email where the professor explained that even if I were indeed to ace every project and every quiz as I anticipated, the best grade I would receive would be a 50 or an F. The other half of my grade would be determined by participation in assigned group projects. That's some fresh bullshit, but okay, I'll give it a shot. I joined the first few group discussions. Logistically, it was a nightmare, and in practicality, it was much worse. There were 10 of us in my group, 9 people learning from a book, and one asshole who kept thinking beyond the book and factoring in a bunch of real world stuff. We'd talk about application designs that had these massive issues, but because the book supported a different set of answers based on what was 3-year-old technology by then, the rest of the group found me difficult to engage with. Safe to say the feeling was mutual. See, I had practical, real world perspective. They had books with outdated ideas, and there was no desire whatsoever to deviate from the book. I reached out to my professor again, but nope, no participation, no degree. So I dropped right on the spot, and I never opened that door again. Don't get me wrong, the past 20 years have been pretty badass. I fully realize the opportunities I've missed out on, and I know full well that a lot of the reason I've kept my head down for the past 25 years was in fear of finally facing this very thing. But it feels like the moment might be right now. I'm all for education, especially college, but not at the exclusion of things like trade schools, intern and apprenticeships, and earn work experience to help people figure out what works best for them and to give them a footing from which to grow. For me, college was all about the pomp and pageantry of the graduation, weighed against the circumstances of making it all work out. I used to daydream about walking with the rest of my class and being recognized for my achievements. After all, that's what college is supposed to be about, right? One day. Take care.